Hello friends, this is Ganesh and video number 16 on ABAP. In this video, I'm going to explain about most important and interesting concept called internal table. Most of the code in ABAP is related to internal table only, how to handle the data addition, modification, deletion, or data manipulation. So everything is going to happen in the internal table. In a simple manner, internal table is a kind of a temporary place or a space called kind of buffer, and where you're going to keep the data from your database table and do the manipulation based on the business scenario. And either you can send us a report, display the values in the ALV report or normal report, or display the values in the PDF, or send back the data to the database table, or based on the data you're going to create the sales order, material information, purchase order, or update the purchase order. So whatever you're going to do, before that you have to make the data ready with the help of internal table. So whatever concept you're going to learn or you're going to design or develop, most of the code is related to internal table only. So this is, I can say as a technical, this is a backbone of a map. So once you are comfortable with the internal table concept, most of the areas are covered for you and you'll get a more confidence to write any kind of a web program. Okay. So in this session, I'm going to tell you how to design an internal table. What are the different ways to design an internal table? It's not like types. I'm not going to talk about types in this session, just a design, because while seeing the declaration itself, you come to know, okay, this is the way this internal table is designed. So once you understand how the internal table is designed, then it's very easy to play around with that internal table and what are the properties are applicable for this kind of internal table, this type of internal table. Okay. And I believe this is going to be a big session, the internal table concept. So I'm divided into so many videos, and I'm going to keep one different playlist in my YouTube channel, especially for internal table. Okay, let's see one by one. So the first part, this is what I just explained. I have a database table and I want to take the data and I'm going to keep it in a buffer kind of. And after that, I'm going to do some manipulation based on your business requirement. Then, and finally, it may be go to a report or screen programming, smart forms, so many things, so many places you can send the data. Okay, it's a two-way communication. Either get the data, do some manipulation, send it back, and after that, maybe from the user, you're going to receive the information. You are displaying something on the screen, user is modified some values, again is come back to save in the internal table, then go back to the database. So it's a two-way communication, please. So internal table is a temporary storage. So whenever it's actually available only at the runtime. Once you come out of the program or a screen at smartphone, the data, whatever you have in the internal table on the buffer, it automatically vanished or automatically just deleted. Okay. Now, internal table properties. So the very basic idea of internal table, this is for your reference or imagination. So once you have imagined that internal table, then the code which you're going to write is very easy to adapt. The first thing is it's divided into two categories or two places. The first one is work area or header line. Okay, we have different places. We have to identify this place is called work area or the same place with a different name called header line. Okay, but the property of work area and header line is almost same. This work area and header line can hold only one record at a time. Okay, so I'll come to that a little later. And the next part is body. So body is nothing but it's a bigger space. It can hold more than one record at a time, either one record or more than one record at a time. So the combination of these two, the entire is called an internal table. Okay, so internal table has two partitions. One is work area, another one is body of an internal table. So the properties which I explained already, it hold only one record and it is optional. It's like it's not mandatory. You have to create all the time internal table along with the work area. It's not required, and it able to create independently without a body. Also, you can able to create independently. It's not like you can see everything is coming under one. You have to create the work area and body. It's not required. Depends on the requirement. And the next one is body. It can hold more than one record at a time, and this is also able to create independently. It's not required work area to create a body. And sorting is possible different times also to specify the body, like sorted table, hashed table. These are types of internal table. We'll see quite later. Standard internal table. Okay, because most of the properties are applicable to the body because it has more than one record at a time. Okay, so sorting is obviously possible only for the body. It's not required for internal table. Sorry, work area, because work area or header line can hold only one record. So sorting is not applicable. It not make any sense for the work area place. So most of the properties are belongs to the body of an internal table. We'll see everything in very detail, but this session is only how to design an internal table and the idea or the property of the internal table. Okay. So next, the data flow. So the first part is manual entry. Very rare cases we have to enter the data manually to the internal table. So whenever I'm saying internal table, it consists of work area and body. Otherwise, I'm going to say very specifically, this is for work area, this is for body. Okay, so internal table means combination of work area and body. So very rare scenario, we have to enter manually and keep some data in your body of an internal table. So in that scenario, you need a work area. It's like this, manual entry. You have to enter the data to the work area or a header line, then move the information to body of an internal table. So this is the way you have to do it. And manual entry, you are not able to add any data to the body directly, only for manual entry. In some other places, yes, it's possible directly you can put a data in a body of an internal table. You can skip the work area in that particular scenario. We'll see that. So manual entry, you have to use work area and move the information from work area to body. So everywhere you have to write a code. Okay, obviously you know it. So you have to write a code to pass the information from maybe a hard-coded value to the work area and work area to body. So the code is like this. Work area, maybe any name you can give, depends on your naming convention. So here for a simple design, I just give very generic name, work area hyphen field 1 equal to value 1, work area hyphen field 2 equal to value 2. Suppose a work area have two fields, so you have to enter the values like this, and the keyword is called append. Append is a keyword to move the data from work area to body of an internal table. Append work area to body. Okay, and work area and body can have different or same name. We'll see quite later. The next one is, suppose from a database, I want to move information to a work area or a body. So this is a two-way communication. Okay, so here you can either use a header line, pass information, and then move information to the body, or you can skip. I don't want to pass data to a header line or work area. I can pass it to the body of an internal table. That is also possible. Okay, preferable method is pass the information directly to the body, because this work area can hold only one record at a time. So if the database has 100 records, 100 times it hit the database and go to the work area, like record 1, record 2, then move this record 1 from work area to body, and record 2 from database to work area and work area to body. So it's a kind of a loop it has to execute. Unnecessarily we are giving some additional work to the database layer. Okay, so don't try to hit database more than once until you have an option to move the data from database table to body at a stretch, or one time you're able to do it. Okay, so preferable method is move the information from database to body directly. So please skip this scenario or this option, database to work area to body. So that is not advisable. Performance wise also that is not good. So the code for the first option, database to work area, there's a two-way communication. We'll see little later how to pass the information back to the database. Okay, so first part, select field 1 comma field 2. Into is the keyword where the data is moving from database table to work area from database table. Okay, so there is a continuation code should come. We'll see quite later. And for the second option, I want to move from database to body of an internal table. Then select field 1, field 2, whatever fields you want, into table body from database table. So the very basic idea is after the keyword into whatever name you are giving, it should be a work area. It should be declared as a work area. The same way into table, whatever name you are giving, that is declared as a body of an internal table. Okay, so we'll see how to declare as well. Okay, another one. Uh, Again, the data flow is going to happen between internal table to your target. Target may be a program or a screen or a smartphones, so on, whatever it is. Okay. So in that scenario, what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the data from body to work area and work area to your target. Okay. Not all the targets are accept the data from body of an internal table. Okay, so they want the data to be coming via work area or header line. Okay, so that is the reason you have to move the data from body to work area. It's one by one again. Record one from body to work area and to your report or screen programming, whatever it is. Okay, so in this scenario, data from internal table to your target work area is mandatory, or I can say it's needed. Okay, but database to internal table, your work area is not needed because you have an option to move the data from database to body of an internal table directly, but for a report that is not possible. You need a work area or header line, so you have to move the data from body to header line or work area and send it to your report. So for this, we are going to use one of the syntaxes loop at body into work area. Okay, and here just do whatever you want within the loop and end loop. So here you have to close it end loop. Got it? And one more point, maybe I can add it quite later. Here, this into I already mentioned whenever I give an introduction about the work area, right? There I mentioned it. If it is a work area, so it can hold only one record. So in that scenario, select is act as a loop. Okay, because the target of your selectors work area and hold only one record. So if there is a select is act as a loop in ABAP, if you open a loop, you have to conclude it, you have to close it. So end select is the keyword to close this select statement. Okay, just keep in mind, we'll see quite later. And another format, so these are actually you have some other keywords should be complete this particular statement, so don't worry about it. So just understanding, there is another statement to read the information from body to work area is read table. Read table body into work area. Here read is not act as a loop, it just read the entire table and get the data. You can have a where condition over here with a different syntax. Okay, so whenever you want to read the entire table and get a specific information from a body of an internal table, go with read. But you want everything, I want to display all the 100 records, so go with loop. Okay, this also again I will explain in very detail about loop and end loop and read table in the internal table properties video. Okay, next, different ways to create an internal table. So now we have an idea. So internal table is nothing but a work area and body. Simple. Work area can hold one record, body can hold more than one record. And what are the ways to create a data to internal table? Manual entry or from your database table. Either you can put it in a work area or directly pass the database table values to a body of an internal table, and from an internal table to your target, maybe a report or a screen programming. So in that case, you need a work area. Now, how to create an internal table? There are here two different ways to create an internal table. So one is, mostly we are using this one only. I want to create a body and work area independently. Okay, so first what I'm going to do is internal table with specific fields from a database table. Suppose out of 100 fields, I want only 4 or 5 fields from a business scenario, business requirement. So I have to create a work area with 3 fields. I want to create a work area with 10 fields. Okay, otherwise internal table with all the fields is very, very rare, and unless it's very needed from the business, don't create an internal table with all the fields. So performance wise is not at all good. So another way is internal table with all fields from the database table, and the name between work area and body, it might be different. If you can have it same name, but for an easy reference, always keep a different name for your work area and body of an internal table. Another one is the second step. I'm going to create an internal table with headline and body. So if you see these diagram, it's look like an independent. So this is a different created, and this is also created independently. But headline and body are going to be created together. Okay, so a combination of both is going to be an internal table. So how you can say this is independent, this is together. So here header and body names are same. Okay, so you can create a different name for header and body, right? In the second scenario, the name of the header line and body is going to be same. We'll see how to do that. So this is also in this way also you can have internal table with specific fields or internal table with all the fields, and the name between header and body should be same. These are going to be same, not should be, I can say it's going to be same. Okay, it's clear. Now first, I'm going to create the same, this is a reference of the previous slide. I'm going to create an internal table, design an internal table with the three fields, an independent work area and body of an internal table. So my name of the work area is WA underscore orders and name of the body is IT underscore orders. This is a way, this is a syntax I can say to create an internal table. First, this is structure. Okay, either these are very old statements or examples we have used already in the previous videos for creating a work area. Same way I'm going to do it here. I'm going to create a structure first. Excuse me. So begin of structure name. What are the fields you want? You can have a same or different name field names over here, and close your structure. End of. This is one structure which has three fields, and data WA orders type structure name. Here type is a keyword which creates a work area based on this particular structure. So it has three fields, it creates a work area with three fields, five fields. Okay, and another one, IT underscore orders type table of structure name. The keyword type table of, it creates the body of an internal table. Okay, so this is the syntax to create the entire internal table which has work area and body. So it's created independently with the different names. Okay. The next one is the same fashion, independent work area and body, but I'm going to create it for all the fields of a database table. So syntax is very simple. Here I don't want a structure because I want all the fields, right? So I'm going to say data WA underscore orders type Mara. Mara is the table name which is already available in your data dictionary. And the same way, it may be a custom table or it may be a custom structure or a standard structure, whatever it is. Whatever it's mentioned over here, it creates the work area based on the particular structure or a transparent table. And this is the body type table of Mara. So it creates work area and body with all the fields of your Mara. Almost 300 plus fields are available. So it's created it. Next one, second way of internal table is internal table can have header and body of an internal table, but both are having same name. So here you can say IT underscore orders. Okay, so it doesn't have WA underscore orders or HL underscore orders. No, that is not possible. If you're going to create a header line, then the name should be same. So syntax is the same structure, three fields. I'm going to create IT orders type table of STU orders. So until this is the old syntax, previous slide syntax. Until this, it creates a body of an internal table, type table of, it creates body of an internal table. Once you include the other keywords like with header line, so it added the header line also, but the name of the header line and body of an internal table is IT underscore orders. Okay, so by seeing the internal table declaration itself, you come to know what way this internal table is created. Okay, that is very important. It's not always you're going to create a new program or a new internal table, so you have a chance to work with the existing programs already created by someone else. So while seeing the declaration statement itself, you come to know, okay, this is an internal table, it has only body, no work area. Maybe work area created independently. So this is an internal table, it creates body as well as header line. Preferable method is go with the independent work area and body, because I already mentioned in some scenarios header line is not at all, or work area is not at all required. So in that case, don't create a work area unnecessarily. Okay, so preferable as the previous one. And next I'm going to create again internal table with all the fields and same name for header and body, or I can say inbuilt header. Okay, header line. So syntax is very simple. IT orders type table of Mara. It creates a body now, and once it reaches with header line, it creates a header line with the same name IT underscore orders. Okay. Another one, it's very old method, I can say, or absolute method, so better don't use it. But if you are able to come across any existing program with this kind of syntax, you should know, okay, this is an internal table which creates inbuilt header line on it. So begin of IT orders occurs as 0. It actually creates some memory space also. It's a 8 KB size. It assign a memory space for it, and whatever you have, end of st underscore orders. I'm using data, not types. Types means the structure, right? It's a data. So it creates an internal table. The output is same. It creates an internal table along with body and header line. Probably the picture is a little different because this picture belongs to Mara table, all the fields. But for this internal table, you have only 3 fields. Okay, but this internal table has body as well as inbuilt header line. So finally, these are the ways to create an internal table. One is types stu orders. It creates an independent work area and body of an internal table. It might be have very few fields, not all the fields. And this way, if you see the syntax, you come to know, okay, this is a structure, or this is an internal, transparent table of data dictionary. So it creates a work area and body for all the fields. Another one, it creates the internal table for a specific fields because it's referred to a structure with inbuilt header line. The next one, this is another internal table which refers to the Mara table. It fields all the fields along with header line, so inbuilt header line. Okay, so specific fields and all the fields, and specific fields with inbuilt header line, all the fields with inbuilt header line. This is very old methodology to create an internal table along with the inbuilt header line, but you should know whenever you use occurs, you should know previous existing program. If you want to modify, you should know, okay, this way you're going to, they created the internal table. Once you understand how the internal table is created, after that is very simple for you. Okay, it's very simple to understand. Okay, this is the way this internal table is modified, deleted, added, whatever properties is relevant for it. The next one is different ways to fill the data. The code level I'm going to show you in the code level. So first, database to work area and work area to body. That is the first option. So the syntax is select field 1, field 2, field 3 from Mara into work area. So what happens? The first line is executed. It moves the data from database table to work area first. And then I'm going to use the statement called append work area to body. The first record is moved from work area to body. And I already mentioned select is act as a loop because the destination of the select is work area. It holds only one record. In ABAP, if you open a loop, you have to conclude it. So here end select, no space. End select is the keyword to conclude the loop. So this is going to be act as a loop. This internal database table has 1,000 records. It moves 1,000 records one by one. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, it's act as a loop, and finally closed it. And the second way, body of an internal table. So if you want to move, if you want to skip this work area, performance wise not advisable. I want to move all the records from my database table to body of an internal table. Use the select statement. Select. Okay, 1 second. So here I want to skip the work area. I want to use the body. So select fields from the database table into table. Into table is a keyword. It recognizes after the into table whatever you mentioned the name, that is a body of an internal table. It should be declared as a body. Okay, otherwise it will give a syntax error. The same way after into whatever you specify, that is nothing but a work area. It should be declared as a work area. Okay, so this is the way you have to use into work area into table. So system understands, then the data passes based on your requirement. Another one. Okay, this is the second way. It's like database to get all the fields, right? So actually it should be two over here. Select all the fields from Mara into work area and append work area to body and select. And if it is all fields you want to take, select start from Mara into table body. So directly fetch all the information, put it in your body of an internal table. And this is for the second one. Okay, I think 1 second. Yeah, this is correct. This is the first way only. Here it's like the previous slide is work area for specific fields, and this slide is work area with all the fields. Okay, that's good one. Okay, this is the second one. Second one is nothing but an internal table with body and header line. So both are inbuilt with same name IT underscore orders. So first syntax is I'm going to use database to header line first. So select specific fields from Mara into IT underscore orders. Okay, the name is same, right? So after into system recognize, if you generate an internal table or declare an internal table along with the header line, system recognize, okay, now I have to move the information to the header line, not to the body, and append header to body. So like the previous one, append work area to body, here append header line to body of an internal table. If the header line and body are same, you don't want to specify the two part, okay, because system understands. If you say append IT orders dot, okay, then system understand, okay, I have to move the information from header line to body, both has same name, and select. Okay, you might have seen a few examples or few programs also append itab or internal table. They don't have like two options because this internal table is declared with inbuilt header line. And this is for the second option. Move the information from database table to body of an internal table directly. So select specific fields from database table into table ID underscore orders. Another one, this is for all the fields. Select start from Mara into orders, append IT orders to IT orders, and all the fields from database table to body of internal table directly. So start from Mara into table IT underscore orders. It's very rare scenario we are getting all the fields from this huge table normally in the real-time scenarios. And other option, how to read the information from body to work area and work area to report or screen. I already mentioned loop and read table is possible. So now the first option, the first way you design the internal table, independent work area and body, you have to mention like this: loop but body into work area, write work area or end loop. So it's not only write, other things as well. So simple example is write. Okay, write work area. And if you want to pass the information from this IT underscore orders, like internal table along with inbuilt header line, loop at IT orders into IT orders, like loop at body into header line. Okay, so here body and header lines are same. Here also it's optional. You don't want to mention it explicitly. It will implicitly it will identify. Okay, so loop at IT underscore orders dot, meaning this is has body as well as inbuilt header line, and here at right header line also same and end loop. Okay, so this is the overview of select, like how to pass the information to your internal table. And this is select few fields from Mara into work area, append it, and then select few fields from Mara into body directly, and select all the fields from database to work area, and select all the fields directly to the body of internal table. And this too is for independent work area and body. And this is for header line, inbuilt header line, has same name, header line and body. So here few fields from database into header line, and append just IT orders is enough. This is optional, no two also required. Append IT orders dot. It is a specific fields into body of an internal table. This is all the fields to header line to body, and all the fields to body of internal table directly. So I hope you might have an idea of the declaration of internal table. So what is body, what is work area, what is header line, and what are the syntax for to keep the values, manual entries, or to keep the value from database to work area to body, and how to read it from body to work area and work area to your report. Okay, So this is very, very, very basic. Once you're good with this, all other another videos or continuous videos are very simple to understand the properties of internal table. I will show you the same in the system as well, especially in the debugging mode. Let's go to the system. So let's go to a ABAP editor. Internal table. Okay, let's go to internal table. Part 1. Create basics executable program. Save it. I go with local object. Okay. So first we have 4 ways to define the or declare an internal table, right? So ways to declare internal table. First one, option 1 is specific fields and independent workarea and body. So types begin of structure orders FNR underscore FNR and AUART type AUFRT. Let me check the name of the data element. Okay, AUFART. Okay. And AUTYP. So here you can have a non-database fields also. So that we quite see little later, but I simply added the field. Okay, so it's like calculator field type character 20. Okay, I'm not going to use it, but maybe you have a doubt whether I can have a non-database fields. Yes, you can do it. So orders. Okay, so first I'm going to create a work area data work area orders type stu underscore orders and body I go with internal table, so we call it as itab ctab. So this is one of the naming convention. I go with it underscore orders. Okay, it's nothing but a body of an internal table. So body of an internal table syntax is type table of stu orders. Okay, this is a spelling mistake. That's why the tool tab is not coming. Okay. Okay, so this is way 1. So option 1. Option 2. Option 2. All fields, all database fields, and independent work area and body. So data work area for Mara, type Mara, and body it underscore Mara, type table of Mara. Option 3. Specific fields and inbuilt header line with body. So data, I'm going to refer the same structure, work area, orders with header line. Okay, so type table of, okay, I have to use body name, okay, internal table, the whole internal table, right? internal table for orders with header line. Type table of, I can say STU orders. So if I complete this, if I close this, what happens? It creates a body, just a body of an internal table. So now I'm going to add a statement called with header line. Okay, and option 4, all fields and inbuilt header line with body data IT materials with header line. Type table of, normally we won't use HL in the naming convention, this is just for your reference, otherwise just simply we used IT orders, IT materials. Type table of Mara and control space bar, it will show you what are the options available, and here I want with header line. Okay, and another option, but it's the old one, but you should know the old method with occurs, old method with occurs keyword. So this is nothing but an internal table with inbuilt header line. Data begin of IT underscore purchase orders. Okay, occurs 0. You can have occurs 1, 2, 3. Depends on the numbers. It increases the memory size, initial memory size. Okay, and it can be enlarged based on the data how you feed into an internal table. So here I need abelin and will be, so very few I'm go with, so I'll go with only 3. Okay, and end of IT underscore PO underscore orders. That's it. So this is also an internal table along with inbuilt header line. Occurs keyword. So this is nothing but body with inbuilt header line. Okay. Let's see if there is any mistake. If not, yes, definitely AU, okay, AUFART. Oops. Okay, good. So mostly with spelling mistake, and we'll have a static breakpoint and see how it looks like in the debugging mode. That is very important, and that gives a better idea to understand what is workarea, what is header line, what is body of an internal table, what is the internal table which has an inbuilt header line, lot of things. Okay, so the base is very important. Once you understand the base, all the properties of internal table is very easy to understand. Just go with F8. Okay, let's come with one by one. First option, I have a work area and the body of an internal table with specific fields. Just double click and double click. Okay, so here you're able to see, just double click over here. You can see there are 4 fields over here. There's a work area, it holds only one record, and this is the body of an internal table. In short, we call it as internal table, but very technically, if you want to call this nothing but body of an internal table, it shows very clearly. Okay, so it has 0 records and it has 4 fields. Okay, and if you double click, you're able to see as a row, table rows. There is no value now, so but it's look like this. Okay, so 0 records and 4 fields. Okay, body of an internal table. And what's next? This is for specific fields, and the next one is for Mara. So it should have all the fields from Mara table, WA Mara and IT Mara. So here they mention very clearly it's a structure, and they say not character like, because this has all the fields, right? How many fields? 276 fields. So here you can see body of this particular internal table is show very clearly 0 and 276 fields, and it's non-character like because it's a combination of character and other data types, numeric as well. So it takes all the fields from Mara. So this is also an independent work area. Okay, and this is body of an internal table. And what next? Option 3. Okay, let it be. Just double click. It gives two records, sorry, two rows. If you double click a body which has an inbuilt header line, you will find two things is coming in your variables column. Here IT underscore orders underscore HL is a structure. If you double click, you can see it can hold only one record. It's okay. It's not like a tables, right? And this it shows it's a header. Okay. And the body, you will find the difference like in the name itself. It shows the brackets over here. Okay. It shows, okay, this is the body and this is the header line. Okay. And here it is 0 of 4 fields. And what next? Option 4, all fields, right? Double click. It'll give two records, sorry, two rows actually. So this is header again, and this is again not a character like structure. And this is a body of an internal table. Both are has same name, IT material HL, IT material HL. And it has 276 fields with 0 records. Just double click. All the fields over here, and here it shows 276 fields, and you are able to visible 51. If you want, you can move it. Okay, you can move it. So it moves like 3 to 4, 4 to 5, so like this, or you can over here 105. It shows 105 to 155 if you want to go to end, or if you want to go back to the first, and everything you're able to see in the particular table. Okay, the cursor is not moved. Yeah, here it's moved. It comes to the first line. And the final one is IDPU underscore orders. Okay, and double click. It also creates two lines. One is for header, one is for body of internal table. It also has three fields, sorry, three fields and 0 records. Just double click. This is the body, and this is the header line. Okay, so you can see the difference also. Header line has this cap symbol, but work area doesn't have. Okay. So based on this also you understand, okay, this is body, this is work area, this is header line, this is body, this one, number of records. Okay, hope you might understand this. Let me add values over here for each one. Let's see how it behaves. So select. Okay, this is actually an ABAP session, so I don't want to add a new syntax over here. It might little confused, so I go with a very old one. Okay, so in that case you don't want to give a separator between the fields. There is no comma actually in the older syntax, but the newer syntax, ABAP and HANA syntax, we have comma as well. So now I'm going to the old one. What is that? AUFR. Okay, right. AUFNR knows that's just a space. AUART AUTYP from AUFA into. Okay, what is the name of the, this is for option 1, W underscore orders. So WA underscore ORDRs orders. I moved it to the work area. Then I need to use append to move the informations to body of an internal table, and this is act as a loop because the destination of your select is work area. Okay, so this is a very maybe a little confused in the beginning stage when I have to use n select, when I have to use, when I don't want to use n select. Very simple. The destination of your select is a work area, you have to use n select. The destination of your select is a internal table or body of an internal table, you don't want to use n select because if it is a body, select is not act as a loop. Okay, clear. Next, select star from Mara into WA underscore Mara. This is also it's act as a select, so append WA Mara to IT Mara. So I have to close it and select. This is for option 2. And option 3, inbuilt header line, right? Option 3 is the inbuilt header line. So same syntax or same, excuse me, fields, AUFNR, AUART, AUTYP into IT underscore orders header line. Okay, I missed from. So you can add from after this also, no issues. AUFK. It's not from is first, into is second, not like that. And append. So here IT underscore orders HL header line to body. And this is also n select because the destination is work area. So here I mentioned this is optional. So you can close here. I commented it, okay? Instead of delete, I commented it. So this is enough. System understand, okay, this is a complete internal table which has a inbuilt header line. And option 4, select star from, what is option 4? Materials HL from Mara. IT materials HL. Oh, sorry. Mara into and append IT materials HL. So the same name, so I don't want to use explicitly the header and body name. Okay, and one more thing I have to use it here. This is for work area. Okay, and suppose I want to move everything to body of an internal table, so I have to use AUTYP into table IT orders. So if the destination is tables from is missing, so you doesn't need to explicitly mention it the append and end select, okay, because the target is more body of internal table, it can hold more than one record at a time. Okay, same thing you have to here. I want to fill the internal table directly, so select star from Mara into table IT underscore Mara. So actually this is not required. It's not advisable also. Always go with into table. So don't prefer end and select and end select. Normally in the performance measures, if you're going to learn, the first thing they mentioned is don't use select and end select option. Okay. And here what happens is, example, it has 100 records. The 100 records is going to be filled and it's going to override the body of an internal table with the same 100 records, but you are not able to understand in the debugging mode. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to clear it. Clear is the keyword to delete the data from your body of an internal table. Okay. So we have a clearing statement. In that case, I'll explain what is a clear, what is property and all. Here, just for your namesake, so clear is nothing but remove the content from body of your internal table. Okay. And here also it have the same data in IT Mara, and again is going to use the select state statement. For your reference, I'm using clear between these two statements. And here also I have used clear IT orders HL. Here there is a small technique you have to use. Clear is capable of clearing the data from work area and body. Okay, in another terminology, I can say clear the data from header line and body of internal table. So in that case, if you feel your internal table has an inbuilt header line, please mention this bracket. Otherwise, by default, it creates the data only from the header line, not your body of an internal table. Okay, so this is applicable only if your internal table has an inbuilt header line. Otherwise, no. So then select AUFNR, AUART, AUTYP into table IT underscore orders HL. Okay, again, I missed the from. Okay. So got it. So here after into system understand this header line, after into table system understand this is a body. It has same name, right? So system will take care and clear IT materials HL. Okay, here also I need a bracket because it has an inbuilt header line. select star from Mara into IT materials header. That's it. Almost redone. Back toward it. Okay, that is an issue. Column name is wrong. AUART. Okay, this is a frequent issue if you just come across, like before end of the program, the control structure introduced by select must be closed by end select. Somewhere I have used as a work area and not close the loop. Here it is. Here it should be into table. Okay. So if I check it, that are gone because previously the target as work area, I changed the target as body of an internal table. So body of an internal table, I not required any end select keyword. Execute. We'll see one by one. Thanks for the patience. Your first. Okay, let me have a breakpoint here. I'll execute it again. So you can see one by one. So here IT orders and orders doesn't have any data because the point, the LOS, okay, let me take out this. The LO mark is in 40 because of the breakpoint, it stopped here. If I press F5, I already shown the basic debugging. Just go through that video and you'll know what is F5, F6 and F7. F5 is a step-by-step information. So if I press F5, it executed line number 40. Then it filled the value for W underscore orders. Fill the values. Okay, this is a calculation field. This will take in the next video some manipulated value to be added, but the rest of the fields I'm getting from database table. And what happens, IT orders, now it's 0. If I press F5, it execute line number 41. After execution, you're able to find IT orders has 1 record. Okay, and this is going to act as a loop. So F5 again, it goes to 40, 41, 42, again 40, 41, 42. So every append, after every append, you're able to see the values are getting added. 4, 5. Here also the values are getting changed. So this is a way it will execute for all the records. I don't have any where condition. So however, whatever records available in AUFK in this particular server, it will execute for all the records. So let me go to 44, keep the breakpoint and press F8. You want to execute this for 71 times, so that's why I just come out of it. Okay, so now double click IT orders, you're able to see this is the body of an internal table. It can have more than one record at a time. Okay, so go back F3, and here what I'm going to do is I'm going to use clear IT orders. Okay, just press F5, it clears all the data. Now it's 0. Okay, because the next statement is I'm going to take all the 71 records from AUFK and directly put it in the body of an internal table. I'm not going to use a work area here. Okay, so this is the way you have to use it. It's what you call the unnecessary. We are using 71 times the select statement, hit the database and take the database and keep it in your work area and body. Instead of that, one time it take all the 71 records and put it in your internal table. I'm going to F5 the line number 45. You're able to see 71 records. Okay, the same thing now. So this is for Mara, body of internal table. It's going to select, keep a breakpoint, press F8. Now Mara has 612 records. Okay, now the clear statement is going to clear the body of an internal table. Yes, it's cleared. Then 52 line number executes the same 612, put it in your body of an internal table. Same thing over here as well. This is a header line. So append, I commented it actually. So it's add the values to the header line as well as to the body of an internal table over here. So this will keep on changing, and this added records also add in your body of an internal table. Keep the breakpoint over here, come out of the loop, press F8. So you'll have 71 records. So now just clear. See, it clears the body, not the header. Right? I used this bracket. Suppose if you miss the bracket, it clears the header line, not the body. Okay. So then I'm going to add the data at one time. Yes, 71 records added. Same thing for materials. keep the breakpoint over here, F8. So Mara materials.hl. So now you can see the values were 612 and clear at the same 612 is coming back directly to the body of an internal table. Okay, so hope this might give a very basic idea of how the internal table is being declared in the previous program, existing program. So hereafter, go through the declaration itself in your system and understand how the internal table is getting declared in your program. Okay, so play around this with this. I strongly recommend that you should be very confident after seeing the declaration itself. You should say, is it a body or work area, or is it a body along with the inbuilt work area, and then they used occurs statement. Okay, then internal table almost it's over. Okay, all the properties of belongs to body is very simple to understand. Play around with this. Let me know if you have any questions. See you in the next video. Thank you.